Fire tragedy, a live look tonight from Youngstown's north side. That's where a young mother and her 2 children died inside a late-night house fire. You can see teddy bears and mementos left behind for the victims, a bouquet of flowers. Take a look, though, at the scene last night around 11:30. You can see intense flames along Bryson Street. A police officer was the first one on the scene and said the fire was so bad he couldn't get inside. We first followed this story as breaking news on First News this morning, and since then, we've learned brand new details about the victims and the fire investigation. Here's the very latest tonight. 3 people died in that house fire: a 24-year-old mother, her 8-month-old daughter, and a 2-year-old son. The Mahoning County Coroner's Office says the preliminary cause of death appears to be smoke inhalation, and right now the State Fire Marshal's office is investigating a cause. 27 First News anchor Dave SESS spent part of the day back at that scene talking to family and neighbors. He's live tonight with continuing coverage. Dave?
Yeah, in fact, this is the second fire in Youngstown, which killed 3 people over the last 14 months. One more note: everybody keeps driving by, keeps asking me what caused this. The fire chief this afternoon telling First News no indication of arson, but still investigating any other possible causes along the lines of electrical work or things like that. At 5 o'clock, we heard from the neighbors of Nakima Autry and her 2 children, their description of the fire and, of course, their memories of the family. Now, tonight at 6, my talk with Nakima's father, who also was the grandfather of the 2 children who perished.
Neil Autry walks along Bryson Street, carrying burdens and memories. He sees many things in a charred house, which causes him to sit down and reflect. Overnight, the house caught on fire. 3 people were downstairs, 3 people upstairs.
Yeah, I tried to get up the stairs. I thought my hair got burned out.
Neil got out through his side door with his wife and a daughter, but he knew another daughter, Nakima, was upstairs with her 2 children.
Then we tried to beat on the house and call for her up there. That didn't work either, so couldn't get up there.
And neither could firefighters. That fire was just too intense. Neil had heard a sound and got up to chase one of his grandkids back to bed. He opened a door on the first floor.
When you open that door, you couldn't see nothing but fire, the whole front room.
The fire was shooting up to the 2nd floor, where Nakima was with the 2 children, and even a 3rd floor, which had a couple rooms. Neil said he only heard that noise in the front room. Nothing outside, no cars driving by. He's interested to learn how the fire started.
We had a heat in the front room, but it wasn't plugged up, though.
Neil has plenty to be thankful for, including that the fire didn't hurt him, his wife, or his other son and daughter. He was proud that Nakima went to work every day, but is certainly going to miss her.
There wasn't nothing wrong with them. They was all right, just hard-headed as hell, but they was all right.
The black char, which remains on Bryson Street, will leave a long scar in Neil Autry's heart. And then there's the memories from the fire, losing a child and 2 grandchildren.
It's a hard pill to swallow, man. Ain't nothing you can do about it. If you can't get up there, you can't get up there. You know, and I tried like hell to get up there, but I just couldn't make it.
And Neil told me other neighbors also tried to get inside to save Nakima and the 2 children, but that fire was just so intense it actually took firefighters to call for a 2nd call and a 3rd call just for them to handle that blaze and get it under control. Now, while on the job here this morning, the firefighters, they were on the job, and a total of 5 of them were hurt this morning. Now, some had some burns, other had knee injuries after falling through the floors. And keep in mind, there was also an emotional pain, too. 3 people died in this fire, including 2 children, and carrying out those bodies, that was tough.
Especially firefighters that have children, that bothers them, and they usually will come back to the stations and they talk about it with each other.
Now, Youngstown Fire also partners with Mercy Health. They give the first responders a chance to speak with counselors, and that experts say it's important after seeing a tragedy like this. 2 children killed in this fire along with their mother. Of course, the worst fire in Youngstown history killed 6 people. That day was 4 children in 2008 when members of the Crawford family perished in a fire. Live in Youngstown, Dave SESS, 27 First News.